Elizabeth Warren, celebrity investor Kevin O'Leary clash over cryptocurrency, money laundering. Massachusetts Sen. Elizabeth Warren got into a back-and-forth with FTX paid spokesman Kevin O'Leary during a hearing Wednesday over whether cryptocurrency facilitates money laundering. FTX paid spokesman and multimillionaire investor Kevin O'Leary defended cryptocurrency from skeptical lawmakers at a Senate Banking Committee hearing Wednesday, at one point getting into a back-and-forth with Massachusetts Democratic Sen. Elizabeth Warren over regulations to prevent money laundering. Warren, a Wall Street hawk and fierce critic of digital currencies, has introduced a bill to crack down on money laundering and financing of terrorist organizations through cryptocurrency. At Wednesday's hearing, she pressed O'Leary on whether the crypto industry should continue to be unregulated compared to other banks and financial services providers. Mr. O'Leary, I know that you are a big supporter of crypto even after you lost $10 million in FTX's collapse. But you are an experienced investor, Warren said. So, let me ask you, do you believe that the potential benefits of crypto are so promising that we should accept weaker anti-money laundering rules and weaker compliance from crypto firms than we require from banks, from brokers, and from Western Union? In FTX hearing, the OC actors can rips cryptocurrency as largest Ponzi scheme in history. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren asks questions during a Senate Banking Committee hearing on FTX's collapse. Sen. Elizabeth Warren, D-Mass, speaks during a Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee hearing on FTX in Washington, D.C., on Wednesday. Kingston/Bloomberg via Getty Images. O'Leary, who said earlier in the hearing that he believes cryptocurrency should be regulated, disputed Warren's contention that digital assets enable money laundering at a greater scale than real-world currencies. FTX paid SPOX Kevin O'Leary received $18 million, previously called Bitcoin garbage. No, I think we should apply the same regulatory structure that we apply to existing trading of stocks and bonds on exchanges tied to broker-dealers. That is not complicated. It's already been implemented in other countries, O'Leary told Warren. And I take issue, Senator, with your concept that it makes it easier to do money laundering. Currencies have been used for drug trafficking schemes since the 60s and the American dollar when it was thrown out of a Piper aircraft in a duffel bag. The American dollar is also used by bad actors all the time. Venture investor and Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary testifies to the U.S. Senate. Kevin O'Leary, chairman of O-Shares ETFs for O'Leary Funds Management LP, speaks during a Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee hearing on FTX in Washington, D.C., on Wednesday. Kingston/Bloomberg via Getty Images. He wanted to continue, but Warren cut him off. I appreciate your point that everyone tries to engage in money laundering, she said. That's what terrorists do. That's what drug dealers do. And that's what states like Iran and North Korea have done. FTX collapse where people lost billions has silver lining, O'Leary says, industry is calling its herd. The only point I'm trying to make is, should the same rules against money laundering apply to crypto in the way that they apply to banks, to stockbrokers, to credit card companies, to Western Union? And, I think your answer to that is yes, right? She asked. No. O'Leary exclaimed. It's not yes. I'm just saying if you know your client rules on both sides of the transaction and use a crypto, such as USDC, that is regulated, you solve this problem, Senator, overnight. Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas. Sen. Roger Marshall, Argonne, speaks during a news conference in Washington, D.C., on August 5, 2022. Sarah Silberger/Bloomberg via Getty Images. Warren said she appreciated O'Leary's position that crypto should be regulated like stocks or bonds before advocating for her own bill to regulate digital assets. The Massachusetts Democrat has put forward bipartisan legislation with Sen. Roger Marshall, Argonne, that would expand the Bank Secrecy Act to cover the cryptocurrency industry and apply Know Your Customer rules to crypto participants such as wallet providers, miners, validators, and others. The bill would also ban financial institutions from using or transacting with digital asset mixers and technologies that hide the origins of funds. Further, the bill would instruct the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, to finalize a proposed rule requiring institutions to report certain cryptocurrency transactions using unhosted wallets, which allow anonymous users to maintain a digital asset balance outside an exchange. Rogue nations, oligarchs, drug lords and human traffickers are using digital assets to launder billions in stolen funds, evade sanctions and finance terrorism, Warren said in a statement on her bill. The crypto industry should follow common sense rules like banks, brokers, and Western Union, and this legislation would ensure the same standards apply across similar financial transactions. The bipartisan bill will help close crypto money laundering loopholes and strengthen enforcement to better safeguard U.S. national security.